Today, Jesus reminds us not to worry anything about in life. It's very easy for us to imagine what Jesus meant, but to practice is very difficult. Most of us are worrying from our small age itself. And as we go on in life, there are so many events in life which make us bother about many things in the form of worrying. What will go wrong or what will not become okay. And that facility of the mind, when Jesus told us, you should not worry about what you will be eating, what you will be dressing, etc., etc. God, your Father, will look after you. It's a very, very encouraging promise of Jesus that our God the Father in heaven really cares for us. But in reality, how many human beings can swear that because of my God the Father in heaven, I have a life without any cares, without any botheration. And each one of us, if we are honest with our own feeling, we will have to confess that there may not be a minute when one is really free from any sort of botheration about life. Anything can trouble us, worry us. It can be my height, it can be my weight, it can be my complexion, it can be my parents' background, about my intellectual qualities, about my failures. There are so many things which make me worry. And nowadays, we all, throughout the world, people are worried about COVID, and then all sorts of terrorist attacks and troubles between religions, fighting between one religion and another religion, or one group in India, one caste against another caste. Even in the family, among the children, there are a lot of difficulties mainly because of jealousy. All these things can bring lot of parents can worry about children, mothers can, especially pregnant women, have much more worries than any other human being. And so many things are there which make our peace-filled living disturbed. Though Jesus tells us that Heavenly Father takes care of everyone. In our daily life, we cannot experience this. There may be very, very, very few individuals who can say, I have experienced this, that my life I can live without any botheration of worrying of anything. If an individual gets into old age, he has got many, many things to worry only. With all his spiritual background, nothing may help him to be free from worries. And one main reason for us is we are not taught how to handle our emotions, our negative feelings, for inner peace. And some people have got worrying attitude or facility right from the mother's womb, because mother was a person who was worrying. And parents, when their small children go to school, till they come back, they worry, they worry, they worry. In spite of all their prayers, still they cannot be at peace. That's why Jesus says, just by worrying, can anybody increase a little bit of his or her height? So worry does not bring us any benefit, only loss. Loss and loss, sadness and sadness, depression and depression. And that's why we, in our spiritual growth, in our daily life, even from childhood, everybody should be learning how to handle one's own negative experiences which come into their lives onwards. And if I was not taught this, I will be a bigger loser. This is the case of everybody. And if we think that Jesus never worried about his life, if somebody says he was a worryless man, then we will have to say he was not a normal human being. In spite of his divinity, Jesus definitely would have worried. He couldn't be free. Otherwise, nobody can tell us that Jesus became a man exactly like any other human being. But the difference will be Jesus knew how to handle his worry, whatever it is. And we can really imagine Mother Mary also did not know the depth of Jesus' personality. And I wonder, as a Jewess, she would have been able to imagine, here is my son is God, or the second person of Trinity, etc. And if she had known that the richness of the divinity of her son, I wonder she could have dealt with her own son as a real human person, her own son, like any other mother. And that would have been a tremendous obstacle of relating with mother, mother relating to the son. She became conscious that my son is though divine, and when did she come to know? Nobody knows. We are told after the resurrection, still many were doubting about Jesus' divinity, his personality, etc. And Mother Mary would have had many difficulties. Things were not that easy for her. The best example is of Saint Paul. Though he was taken to the highest stage of heaven, and he had all the divine deep experiences, still at the end he did not understand Jesus fully after resurrection, and he did not become free from all his limitations. And we know he was crying about some difficulty which he had towards the end of his life. So just because of certain divine experiences, we do not become fully freed from the, the limitations of human life. So we need to know our mental setup or mental working in order to purify us from all the negative experiences of various types, whether it is anger, revenge, or frustration, or hopelessness, any type which destroy our peace. According to the spiritual growth, this self-knowledge has to increase, and that only will help us to become a fully sort of growing into a fully developed human being with fullness of growth possibility.